Ev, can you get that? I'm doing my YouTube, my video. Good afternoon, Tony Dottino, doing my live with Tony and trying to get this call. Let me call you back. I'm doing my Facebook. So, Tony Dot here. It's Friday. Another week has just flown by, doing our weekly update with the team that's putting together a fabulous program for October 1st. Full Sail University. It's going to be our 23rd USA Memory Championship. So we're going to be starting it off with the pinball recall that Velocity provides to their users and has been used to help improve the importance of memory and their audiences and people that they work with. We're going to then use that for seeding of the 13 mental athletes that are going to be competing in the event. From those 13 people, we are then going to go into our very first event, which are Words to Remember. And those are listings of words in columns that they have 15 minutes. They can walk off stage and they can go wherever they want on the premises as long as they get back in time to sit in their seats and begin the retention and the recall of the words. And we start with the first word and the second word and the third word. And as people miss a word, they get 2 chances to miss a word before they are eliminated from the competition. So our goal there is to take 13 people and bring it to 10, which then brings us to our next event, which will be a break and then into our long-term memory. And this year, in order to improve the way we've gotten feedback from our mental athletes in the past, we're going to have 3 categories. We're going to have World Wrestling Federation wrestlers and their nicknames and things. We're going to then move into Fortune 99 companies with their revenues and employees and their headquarters. And then we'll be going into space launches that were done on the shuttle program that we had in Florida for a good number of years. And so those would be the 3 categories. Now, we'll go through level 1, which we call are the simplest, and they retain that information from the 30 days they've got. They were given this data on September 1st. They have 30 days to retain as much of these 3 categories of the information we gave them. It's a bit short of 2,000 bits of information. In the first level around, everybody will get a question from a particular category. Don't know what that sequence will be yet, but everyone gets a question from that category. As we go around through the 10, we'll go to the next category, and everyone will get a question from that category. Eventually, we would expect to have somebody miss several pieces of data or information, and they are eliminated from the competition. So we will take 10, we'll bring that all the way down to 6. So we then have 6 finalists that are moving along into the final event of the day. And those 6 people will get a break as well. And the next event will be our tea party. Yes, 3 strikes, you're out of the party. And Full Sail University has already pre-filmed people that will be our tea party guests. And they will get to observe them on a video. And then they will get to see a mind map of the people on the video. And then they will get their own study time to retain as much information about these people as they possibly can. And they will then jumble up, is what I'm trying to say, the order of the tea party guest. And as that order is jumbled up, we'll have a person's picture come back out. And we'll start the round of 6 people and try to eliminate 3 of them and take it down to 3 for our final event of the afternoon, which will be 104 cards. And they will be shuffled into one deck, 2 decks of cards shuffled together. And it was an interesting conversation we had with our 5-time champion today because we were asking him, he wants to split the decks. So they can split the deck, but they got to keep them in the same order they were given. And I asked him what the purpose was, and he basically was saying as he moves the cards in his hands, 104 cards, a little bit clumsy, the fear is you can drop one and drop the cards. And now it's like, oh God, what order are these in? So it's not my memory that didn't work, it was my ability to manipulate the cards and move them from one hand to hand as I was retaining them for recall. So it was an interesting thing, and also a strategy in terms of his order of how he goes about his memory technique. So that's our 4 events, and by the end of the 2 decks of cards, we'll have 2 people eliminated, and we'll have our 23rd USA Memory Champion, which is exciting because we've gotten great feedback from people this year, the mental athletes. We've gotten a video that we've put out announcing this on YouTube. So anybody at home that wants to be able to watch the event this year, not able to get to Winter Park, Florida, you will be able to watch this starting at 12 o'clock on October 1st on the YouTube USA Memory Championship channel. And if you're not able to get that on October 1st, we'll eventually get that broken up into different segments, and we will be posting that on the USA Memory Championship website. So anyone that cannot get there on October 1st from 12 to 4, you're welcome to come into our website a bit later, and you'll be able to pull off clips. Now, the next exciting thing that we get, and people don't realize the effort and the work that goes into this sometimes, the next effort we have is we have a speaker from Columbia University in the neuroscience team, just a super down-to-earth neuroscientist. We have, and that's Chris Baldesano from Columbia University in New York City. And then we will have, during our program, Robert Ajamian from MIT, a neuroscience, the McGovern Brain Institute. And of course, along the day, we'll have Bob Schaefer, who's the executive at Lumosity, who helps us with all of the Lumosity parts, along with Seth Gorson. And then we will have Michael Dattino during the agendas, in the agenda, talking about one of the memory techniques that many of our mental athletes have found to be interesting and worthwhile, and a system that helps them retain and recall information. So we have a great agenda, we have great speakers, and what most people are surprised at is they can't believe that 4 hours from 12 to 4 can go by like that. And I can't believe that hours and days and weeks of planning and scheduling and pulling this all together, how fast those 4 hours go by for me. And I think of all the weeks of planning that we've been at this now for months, and getting all the different games together and the events and the work that Karen Pinson puts together into this thing. And then before you know it, it's here, gone, and off we go. And we're competing this year with the University of Central Florida's football schedule that will start later that evening, as they have a home game that day, which has given us some fits in getting hotels for our mental athletes and our guests that are going to be in town for the event. But overall, excited. We have local Orlando Fox TV, very much interested in being a part of this year's event and wanting to get it out to their audience in the Orlando area. And so that's been exciting. I've got several more follow-ups to do. We've got YouTube things to get out. We've got the 33-second video, which we had our PR group do, which is just fabulous. This has been just a great amount of teamwork, and we can't thank Corbett Compel from Full Sail University enough for the work that he's given us in the studio that we have at Full Sail and the student project that they have. It's just a fabulous team effort in collaboration of people who really want to make a difference and really want to get the message out to the world. There is so much more we can do with our memories than we ever thought possible. And when you see the amount of people that we're finding in our workshops that we're doing that are so worried about their memories and dementia and Alzheimer's and thirsty for what can they do, what are some of the elements that they can do in their lives that can help them with their memories. This is just an event to showcase with people. Here are just a group of individuals that have taken the initiative, have done something to practice the mental challenges of how to improve their memories, and it doesn't matter what their ages are. So that's the goal of the event, and that's where we're at today. And with that, I wish all of you a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. The weather has been nice. I'm up in New York. I get back to Florida next week, though I do start to watch the hurricane forecast at this time of the year. And boy, does Florida been getting a whole bunch of rain. It's almost like if we can figure out how to pipe this out to some other parts of the country, we certainly have enough of it that we've been getting over the last month or so. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday. The time keeps flying by, and we'll see if we can slow it down a little bit.